The Arts and Education Council is a nonprofit that's operated in St. Louis for over 60 years, helping create a vibrant, sort of growing arts ecosystem. It was started by corporate leaders 60 years ago, really to help be a conduit to fund not only the existing arts organizations, but help create new arts organizations across the region. For the last 10 years, there's been a pretty consistent shift in the corporate landscape of funding the arts into other different program types, or in many cases just cutting funding completely from nonprofit contributions. So A&E has been examining how we can better serve the community going forward in the face of those changes, and where we can really thrive and help our arts ecosystem continue to be inclusive and vibrant and really a great asset to the St. Louis region.
We realized a few months ago that the way we were operating was not sustainable. So we had to put a halt on things and just kind of turn inward and see how we could perfect what we were doing to make it better, to go another 60 years. Some of those changes are more emphasis on education, because that's a part of our title. And with the changes in the education system and not as much support being given to arts and music, we wanted to fill in that gap.
It's more of an evolution than a revolution. 60 years ago, there were a handful of small arts organizations, and I don't think the world was inclusive of people as it is today. We've made a conscious shift over the last couple of years, probably the last 5, really focusing on developing the next generation of arts organizations. So whereas 60 years ago we helped create incredible institutions like the Opera Theater of St. Louis, now we're looking at what is the next generation of arts organizations. Can we do that? Can we touch more into education? Can we create more opportunity for students and young people? How do we really create the vibrancy that we want across our arts landscape in St. Louis?
A lot of our donations came from corporate entities. And so since their philanthropy giving has shifted, ours has to shift as well, or where we get our funding has to shift, more importantly. So we are looking for more sustainable members of the community. So it doesn't have to be from a corporate entity. If you are willing to give us, $20, $30 a month, you're a sustaining member, and we would love to have you.
We need to help people better understand the role the arts plays in the quality of the experience that we have in a region, how fortunate we are to have such incredible arts institutions in a region, and the opportunity, I think, to really establish St. Louis as a national leader in the place to go where new young artists can sort of take shape. We're never going to out-Broadway Broadway, right? But I think Opera Theater, for example, has demonstrated some incredible abilities with what they've done, nurturing young artists, funding new types of operas, funding new types of programs. I think we could look at a model like that and think of the entire region as this landscape that ties into our entrepreneurs and that ties into a lot of the other technology ecosystems that are evolving here. And I think that creates a multiplier effect for all those economies.